Hey there everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for more Age of Wonders 4, continuing on with our game, trying to do a number of things at this point. The biggest thing right now has been attempting to secure spots for teleporters. I'm going to unlock that on the next turn, and be able to put teleporters in several key locations, and hopefully be able to get a control in the situation up at Kingerhelm up north, where I've been having, excuse me, trouble ever since my mage died. In a much earlier battle trying to take High Pledge. Got snagged by a constrictor, dragged up on the walls, and that basically completely ended that initial push. And then I had to defeat Logar in the last episode, who sent in armies down here. Fortunate that he split them up and I was able to kind of pick them off. And now we're picking up where we left off. So I've got a few things to go through from you guys. There's also some things I wanted to check on my end. So first thing is that I should have done this in the last episode. It doesn't really tell you when these deals expire, but I need to go back in and trade mana for gold with these guys. These guys will do 28 gold for 32 mana. That is a no-brainer deal for me. So I'll take that. And I will also pop down to, I think it's the city-state that I found of my own people down here, Flowing Fields. Yeah, there was two of them that would do this. 28 gold for 30 mana. So I will gladly take those. Anything to get me extra gold is more than welcome. I need to try to keep renewing those as long as it suits me. The problem is I don't think the game tells you a notification when those trades expire. It would be kind of nice if it did. Or maybe it did and I just missed it. I don't know. But I don't think it does. So I kind of need to try to remember to keep an eye on those. The deals last 10 turns each. Excuse me, I got some throat stuff going on this week, kind of hoarse a little bit. But, okay, so that being done, also I wanted to maybe change Manafont's war cooperation objective. I actually had made a note of this, and I don't remember why, but I should probably look at this. So they're currently set to defend Obsidian Forge. Okay, well, let's have a look. Does Obsidian Forge need more defenders? It currently has 2 stacks defending it. I don't know that it does. I think what I want to do is switch them to Tridale, actually. That would maybe be a little more useful. Tridale is really out of my way right now, and I don't have a teleporter spot for it. This is where I would like to put a teleporter in Tridale. That would be an excellent spot, but these guys will probably just pillage it. I'm also a little worried about that army catching up to my scout there. I don't think they can reach, though, because none of them fly or swim. So they can get just into the water, but I don't think they can get further than that. So I think my scout's safe where he's at. I think Tridale is probably where I want to put those guys. It'd be Tridale or Nebular Sanctum, just because I'm trying to get things set up to where Hephaestus' army can leave. I want to teleport them over to Kingerhelm as soon as I can, so that they can go get up there and take some stuff out. I'm thinking I probably want to put a teleporter right there, or here, one of those two places, but I don't have that yet. So I'm probably going to end up putting a teleporter right here. Somebody did mention to watch out for that cave entrance. I don't think I need to. The enemy should just go down this one because it's going to be a closer path. I don't think any enemies will ever use this one because I think they generally take the shortest path to you, leaving this spot relatively safe-ish for a teleporter. So I'm probably going to try to buy one there on the next turn if I can afford it. Speaking of things that I can afford, I'm still trying to get the town hall. We'll get to that in a second. Let's go through your feedback because Chris Lighthawk had a good idea for this episode, I thought. So from that was the two things I wanted to do. Oh yeah, well let's not forget to actually do what I was talking about doing. I'm gonna say we're gonna set those guys to go to Tridale for now, just to get one stack in there to just because I can't do anything in Tridale. I can't get to Tridale. I'm at least gonna have teleporters in and around Nebular Sanctum, but Tridale I don't think I will. Just because the only one that I can get is is in this spot, because the rest is all lava. It does expand on the next turn though, so I could put one down there if I claim that province. I kind of wanted to claim this province to give me a faster route moving through this area, but I think getting another actual land tile is probably more important, and that unlocks 3 more that I could maybe reach. Eventually, I intend for Tridale to get all of this. Tridale, in the long run, is going to maybe be my best city, with access to stuff down here, plus the dragon spire thing up here. But that's a long ways in the future, so we just gotta kind of nurture it for now. Let's see, feedback from you guys. Chris and I were having a discussion about damage over time effects, and I was thinking Chris might have been right about this. I'm not 100% sure now, though. So we were talking about whether damage over time does damage, whether it checks against resistance or defense. As far as I know, Chris said that it does not check against defense, or elemental resistances. I believe that is correct, I think, for defense and resistance, but I think it might still check against elemental resistances. For example, I was playing a game with friends and had a Entwined Protector that was on fire. The Entwined Protector took 5 fire damage, and burning normally only deals 4. I'm not sure if that would actually show up in the game concepts, but yeah, I'll have to look and see. Or actually, any of my units can inflict burnings, or any archer in any case, or pyromancer. Firebolt's burning, and burning does 4 fire damage, and the Entwined Protector, which is a plant, took 5 from it, which they have a fire weakness. So I think that elemental resistances may still apply, but general defense and resistance don't. I'm not really sure. The jury's still a little out as far as I'm concerned on damage over time effects, or there's some other math calculation I'm missing and Chris was right. But I just thought that was interesting that damage over time seems to follow a slightly different set of rules than most other forms of damage. I'll come back to Chris's comment at the end, because that's going to really kick off my episode. I want to jump to Roderick real quick here. A correction about afflictors. I was confused as to why afflictors were doing so much poison damage in the last episode. That is because afflictors actually just do a lot of poison damage as part of their base attack. You can find them right here at the top of the Tome of Wonders, or whatever this is. Shoot Repeater Crossbow just does inherently 4 poison damage. I should know this, because Tome of Alchemy is one of, if not my generally favorite tier 1 tome. I didn't pick it for this build because it, wasn't really suitable for it, but more broadly speaking, Tome of Alchemy is awesome, and I pick it with a lot of different builds. So I use the Afflictors a lot. I think they're a very good tier 2 archer. So I should know that, but yeah, thanks for the correction, Roderick. Also, we got from Sarah Feingold, Flash Freeze, which I got hit with on the last turn, does not slow you down like I was thinking it might. It just lowers your status resistance, which these guys all have that -5 status resistance there. That's kind of bad for me because it puts it into the negative. And one thing about this build is that this build is very good, very offensive heavy, but the defenders are good too. But I don't have any status clears, as far as I know, in terms of spells or really anything else. And that's one thing that I like to try to work into almost every build that I make, is having some sort of status clear. But this one just doesn't have anything. So you really got to rely on killing the enemy before they can soften you up with status effects. And I have been having some trouble with that, with my people getting poisoned when fighting Logar. It really does take a toll. All right, and then the other thing that I wanted to mention, we were talking with Sarah also about the hero skill tree, and I just wanted to clarify something for anyone wondering. You can't go... So I was getting a suggestion about my spell blade, and I want to pop over here real quick. When you're in the spell tree, let's say I wanted to get quick phase. If I had gone down this route, I would have gone down... I would not have been able to get over to quick phase, because you can't go... These are all locked from each other, and you can't go down and then up, or I can't go down to here and then back up. You can't go up in the skill tree. You have to come down or go sideways. And with a lot of sideways stuff, there's a lock there. That means you can't go from one to the other. So you can't go up and you can't go through locks. You can only go down or sideways through no locks, if there are any like that. I don't remember. So Yeah, just wanted to clarify that for anyone. Also, I've had a couple comments from people confused as to why I'm not using my Liege Guards to protect more of my units with their Sworn Bond ability. That is because the Sworn Bond can only target hero units, linked to a target-friendly hero unit. So I agree, that would be great if they could target just other random, friendly units, but it has to be a hero. That's the only thing they can link to. So I just wanted to clear that up real quick. Aside from that, let's jump into the gameplay with this episode with a suggestion from Chris. Pointed out that taking out the Umbral infestation before the next turn and selling the hero in my crypt might give me enough money to pay for the town hall upgrade in my capital, which is something that I really need because as soon as I have it, is going to turn my knights or level up a couple aspirant knights into tier 4 knights, which is going to make a huge difference. So I think that it is time to make a push at this Umbral nest. It is going to reinforce its patrolling armies in 0 to 3 turns, and we don't want that. I think we're strong enough to take it. These armies are a little beat up, but they'll be okay. So let's run in there and break some stuff and get rid of this crap. Because by killing this, I'm going to get not only a reward, but also I'm going to get gold from just killing the units because of the chaos perk that I can never remember what it's called. Battlefield looting. Alright, so in this case, I'm just going to send in a militia so that I can make sure that all the other units can get back to area that can heal. I think they'll be able to reach anyway, but the lava chasm may slow them down. So let's just do... Actually, let me retreat and send whichever militia has... no, that one's fine. He can heal up later. I'm just going to do auto with no spell casting. I feel like this is one that I should win pretty easily. And I don't want to just throw mana away if I don't have to. Okay, well, we are going to do this one ourselves, it appears. This one doesn't look like it should be that hard, but I've said that about several battles in this series so far, and been unpleasantly surprised many times. So, let's see. I do have Summon Spider Monarch with this person, which is extremely good. Let's go down here, set up a front line, and I want to patch up... No, not you. I want to get this guy to the front, link him to that unit, and then immediately patch him up. So he's in tip-top shape. These Umbral things do not like fire, so we're going to try to use that to my advantage. I do at least have a Zephyr Archer down here now, which feels good to get some of them, see some of them coming online. And I'm going to try to mostly filter everyone into this little gap and force the enemy to come at me in a really inconvenient angle. Okay, well, they got to me a little faster than I thought they would. A lot of Umbral drain going on. Okay. Fortunately, the peasants are the only ones under any threat, so that's good. I probably want to get fire on all those guys. What does Umbral Drain do? I need to check. At the start of each turn, that unit heals and I take damage. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do instead is focus fire the crocodile, because if I hit them with burning, they're just going to heal some of the damage back. Unless I get up in their face. So, yeah, I think I'm... Well, first things first, I want to get the spider. I hope I get the jumpy one. I did get the jumpy one. Great. This guy can then go tie down all those will thieves. Yeah. This is a good spot. I'll just do this. That'll distract all of them, so they're not hitting somebody else. They actually can't hit anyone else. And then I'll just deal with this crocodile with my range units. Unfortunately failed all burning attempts. Okay, there we go. Then I can move you up and finish him off. Probably move these guys forward. There's still one mature splitterling on the side, but that thing's not really any threat. I'll just move the shield up and let him... We'll let it come to me, and then I'll counterattack on the next turn. In fact, if I move here, it can only hit him once instead of twice, which is better. So we'll leave him there. Oops. I do that all the time. They have the icon for cancel warding bond, and I click that a lot instead of clicking defense mode shield, because it looks like a shield. Goofs me up every time. This guy is going to be in health trouble, so we're going to back him off and just get him out of the fight. Place him at the defender and move him up to about there, probably. And also, I can... you know what? I could have done a big, nice AoE immolate on those guys if I had used these guys to do an AoE, but I think I'm okay with this. Those spiders, these guys should all target the spider and leave themselves wide open to counterattack. So I don't think there's any spells I need to cast on this turn. Okay. Oh, this could be good. Okay, this is actually very good. So now the spider has lured everyone into that spot. This will kill the spider, but he's pretty much dead anyway, and he's a combat summon, so I don't care. We'll do burning on everyone, and then follow up with a nice big immolate, which is going to do even more damage. And I do have a heal. I'm going to pop that on the militia, I think, to try to keep him alive. I don't want to lose units here. Oh, he's decaying. Okay, well, I can't help you. Good luck. He's also linked to the furthest one away. I think he's dead. Unless I can pick that one off real quick. But even then, decaying, poisoned, burning... Yeah, he's having a bad day. And I don't have a status clear, like I said, so... He's just, I think he's probably going to die. Well, good luck. I can use the Zephyr Archer for a pretty juicy shot right here. I think I'm going to take that. If I could find a way to pick off that guy in the back, I might be able to save my friend, but... Let's see, they're all looking... actually, you know what? I might be able to, because of the way they're all looking. If I move this guy here... I'm not sure if I can do this. And I don't have the spells to do it. See, that guy or that guy could kill them, but what I would like to do is figure out a way to kill this guy. I don't think there's a way because of the terrain. I would like to figure out a way to kill this guy so that I can kill this guy with someone standing where the dead thing was, and then use him to go kill that guy. But I don't think I can do all of that. And this person can only run to about here and can't hit the one in the back, but even if they could... Well, what if they moved here and hit this one? Man, oh, we're so close to it being dead. Just a little more damage and I would have that. Maybe I'll crit. There's a small chance I crit. I did not crit. Okay. Oh, wait. I should have hit this one. I think there actually might have been a way I could have pulled that off. Yeah, there is. Dang it. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, well. I can do this. And I can do this. There might still be a way I can do this. Hang on. If I move this guy up here... Okay, actually there is a way. I can move him here, stab that guy, step this one into the fire, stab that guy, step this one in here, and still not kill it. Dang it. Didn't quite do enough damage. I knew there was a way to puzzle piece that together. Well, my guy's dead, so. Oh wow, he survived that turn? I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I think he will live after all. Good for him. No casualties needed. Not today, anyway. I do get a level up out of my hero, that's handy. I didn't get gold directly, but I got 30 from clearing that thing. I did get a bunch of research, a Frost Wyvern mount, a Taunting Wand, a Frost Shield, and a lot of production, which unfortunately isn't getting used for anything in Kingerhelm. That's going to end up getting wasted. Although I think surplus production might get turned into gold. I'm not 100% sure about that. We'll take these rewards for now. Oh, hey, I got a free unit out of that, an archer. Nice. Always good to see that. I'm going to back off into my friendly territory to patch up. Some much needed healing. And we'll throw the archer in there too. Cool. It's nice to get a unit for free. Now, let's pop into my capital and see how much this is going to cost me. So to get the town hall, I need 336 gold. And I can only sell this guy for 175, which would put me at, let's see, 150 would put me at 304. Plus 25 is 329, I think. So I'm at 154. If I do 150, that puts me at 304. And then another 25 plus 304 is 329. Oh, it's just not quite enough. It's very close, but it's not quite enough. With that in mind, I think I will go ahead and use the production boost that I got here to just grab a surf quarters in Kingerhelm. I think I should make enough money going into the next turn with that 348 that I'm going to be able to build whatever I want on the next turn. We'll do produce merchandise for now, so that I make sure I'm getting as much gold, and then we'll start work on the town hall on Obsidian Forge on the next turn. Just didn't quite have enough money. I think I got a little unlucky that it gave me like mana and stuff instead of gold for clearing that. There is like a treasure pickup over there though. I didn't notice that until just now, but I should probably send some crappy unit to go get that. Congratulations, you are officially the crappiest unit. Go get that. Okay. Still got Liege Guards hanging out in Obsidian Forge. They are doing just fine where they are for now. Kingerhelm's good. Still doesn't have a governor. We know about that. I can't wait until that is gone. My hero leveled up. I was working my way towards defensive masters with her. I'm gonna continue to do that. Oh yeah, and we did get some new hero items, one of which was a flying mount. I should probably see if anyone can make use of that. I got Wand of Provocation, which allows her to do a taunt. She already has a taunt, I think. Yeah, she has a free action taunt. This would give her, I think, an additional taunt option, but I think that might be overkill. I could see a taunt being potentially useful on Hephaestus. I have a lot of these Wands of Provocation. A taunt could be useful on Hephaestus if somebody's running away from him. I can't reach him, but I can, like, tell them to attack him, and then he just crushes them with a giant retaliation attack. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to Hephaestus just because he's not holding any items like that, so I might end up scrapping it later. It's a fairly crappy item and probably is very niche use. I'll probably never end up using it. Actually, I'm just gonna not use it on anyone. I think I'm just gonna disenchant it, or rather I will. I would like to get that before I start disenchanting stuff. So I'll just hold on to it for now. I'm just gonna break it down. It'll be one of those items I break down later. For making other magic stuff. Okay. Well, at least the production went to something useful in Kingerhelm. I did really need more growth in this city. It was at like 11 until the next pop growth, and now it's 6. That's significantly better. Obsidian Forge can't produce anything. We're at the end of the turn. Let's see what the next turn brings. New enemy armies, no doubt. Oh, Spenguin is moving. I wanted to watch where they go. Okay, they're going to try to siege Tridale. Well, we can't have that. I may have to run down there and stop that. I did just absolutely smoke the army that Sanguine had up here near Hephaestus in the last episode. There's like 3 or 4 stacks, I think, that I took out. But yeah, now I gotta run down there and save Tridale, so... The other units that that Mana Font is sending aren't going to make it for another turn. I think Sanguine will capture the city before they show up. And then it might not... I'm not sure what the order of operations is there, because technically they are going to be ready in 2 turns, and she's sieging it down in 2 turns, so I don't know if they would show up first, or if she would take the city and then it would decide it was no longer a valid target. Depends on whether the independents... I think they technically go after we do. Although I think the units should show up at the beginning of my turn. So it actually might still spawn the units, but even so, I don't really trust them alone with the defensive Tridale, so I'm going to send Hephaestus down to go deal with it. Also, because these guys moved away, I might be able to get a teleporter set up over here after all. Also looks like Purple's got a couple little crappy units sneaking up. I'm not too worried about them, but it's worth knowing that they're there, I guess. Retreating Mists. You've driven the Mistwalkers away from Celestial Haven. Wait, I didn't do that. Somebody else took Celestial Haven back and opened up that portal to go to the realm of the Fae. This is... I mean, I don't really have a choice here. It's just, that means I think that Purple got Celestial Haven back, probably, which is unfortunate. Oh, it's my turn. Okay. The mists are retreating, blah, blah, blah. We are where? Okay, now, I have multiple options. First off, the most important thing of all, spend the Imperium to get the teleporter upgrade. Beautiful. Now I have a teleporter there. I will be working on one over here. That's going to require a work camp, which I might not be able to afford yet. And I want to start building one in Kingerhelm right here. This does sort of mess up a farmstead placement I was kind of trying to go for up here, but that's okay. I'm going to move my farms down here and do other things up in this area. So I will go ahead and do this spot for now. I might eventually move it to here, but for now I think this spot's pretty useful. So we're going to build a teleporter there. That's 200 gold, and it is extremely important to get one near Kingerhelm. And then I think Obsidian Forge has just enough to start working on... Ooh, you know what? I could put the teleporter there and later get a Spelljammer up here. That would be a nice spot for a Spelljammer. And then have the Ritual Pyre kind of trio up there. I think that would work out pretty well. Anyway, I have just enough to get the Town Hall Estate upgrade for my capital. So we're going to make sure it starts working on that. That takes me down to 2 gold. So I can't really build teleporters anywhere else right now. One thing I can do is I can get one at this outpost here. I was originally... planning to... you know what? Nebular Sanctum. I don't have enough money to build that. Alright, for now... I'm going to eventually expand the city's borders so that I can get that mine in the city's domain. So the next time it grows in 5 turns, I'm going to do that. Actually, the city grew on this turn, so I can get that mine now. And then I will put the teleporter, I think, here, because this is a pretty basic spot that doesn't offer any other advantages. Eventually, this will probably be farmland for the city, but for now, putting a teleporter here on this side of that tunnel, so it's like backwards for most of the enemies, seems useful, but I'm still going to turn that to a teleporter as soon as I have a chance. But yeah, for now, this looks fine. I might move it later. And then I want, for the city itself, see, what does it need? Right now I can't really afford to build anything, but it probably needs 2 of something. Farms, oh, it's going to need another farm for now. So we'll take this spot because it's got a quarry on it, but we can put a farm there. And that will get, because it just lost a farm too. So we'll take a farm here. And that will let the city build the tavern because they just finished the town hall. So they'll get the discount on the tavern next turn when I actually have the money to pay for it. For now, they kind of have to do merchandise. And then I can clear this, but I think I'm going to go south. I need to get Sanguine off that city first, so the quarry alone is not worth it. This guy might attack the teleporter, but that's okay because I have a backup here. That's why I built 2, because this city's going to have a lot of company. Let's see, is there anyone coming down this way? They do still have that outpost up there that they're sitting on. Don't like that, but I can't do anything about it right now. I can't start building a teleporter here yet, but that's okay. We'll leave that for now. But we can at least start getting some of the infrastructure laid down. Alright, let's see how much gold I get from smashing through these guys here. We'll try to get another person in Hephaestus' army himself. Let's see, who else would be a good fit? He's kind of covered on the shock units. He's got a healer. Let's throw that little polearm in there for now. You don't have a polearm, so that'll balance it out. Alright, don't worry, friends in the city, we're coming. We're gonna go ahead and allow spells for this one. I don't want my armies to take too much damage. They're really struggling. Okay, that looks fine. I think that's okay. Adept Mantle of Fortune ignores 2 status resistance. I don't think that really helps anyone. Does give Star Blades as well. I think I like the items that most of my heroes are wearing as they are. Okay, yeah, we're good. Now, I have a choice to make. Oh, I can't actually expand the city's borders until that siege is broken. Okay. Well, then I don't have a choice to make. I just need to get down there quickly and end Sanguine's little crusade. Alright, well, they should be able to all follow that road at about the same pace. That looks good. Unfortunately, they won't get healing now, ending their turn in that spot. How are you guys doing here? First off, let's not forget to grab this. Maybe that'll be enough to get something useful. 62 and 78. Well, that does kind of help for the teleporter. I could probably hurry production of it next turn if I really need to. And then, while you're here, go ahead and dig this out. I'm not gonna... I wonder where this... Actually, I kind of wonder where that tunnel goes. You know what? I can see. It's just a dead end down there, so... There might be more treasure. It's possible, but I'm not going to count on it. We'll send him back here and have him dig this, just because I haven't had a unit over there to do it. So we'll get that dug out now and hopefully find some more treasure. As for you guys, I am not ready to send you at high pledge. I think you've had enough tries. I do have another Liege Guard that will be done on the next turn. That will help reinforce them quite a bit. I think what I'm going to do is, since I can't send them high pledge, and I can't teleport them anywhere more useful right now, other than that I would... Oh, also, I get a teleporter here. Other than that, I would really kind of like to go take that outpost back. That is one thing they could work on, but they don't have a teleporter to get to the outpost right now. So I may need to wait until the next turn anyway. Okay. Is he standing on mountains, or is that just... that's a chasm? I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get through that on the next turn and still get back. Because I was thinking about hurrying the teleporter there and then having them just warp down here and go after that outpost to try to take that back so they're doing something useful. But I guess sending them over here, this will probably have resource nodes and potentially an infestation in it. So it probably makes some amount of sense to send them over here and be prepared to deal with that. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, and they can climb up on the stalagmites or whatever, so they're in the correct position. Let's see, this guy is just kind of on Hold Obsidian Forge long enough to build the teleporters here. We're working on the estate, though, which I think is probably more important since I can... Oh, I have exactly 100 gold. So I could do a work camp here. Did I ever get the discount for outpost stuff? Yeah, I did. I got it. I could get the teleporter here, which would be good. I would probably stick it right there. That way it's close to the capital, but still comfortably in my own territory. I kind of doubt any enemies are going to come through here. That seems all blocked off and by the edge of the map, so this would also be a fairly safe tile for it, though it does put it a little closer to that cave entrance. I think I would rather have it like kind of up here. Alright, well, I think that does seem like a sensible thing to spend exactly 100 gold on since I have it, so let's do that. That way we have a teleporter on the way in our capital. And then these guys can kind of go on standby, I think. If I really wanted to, I could push them with Forced March and try to get, well, yeah, gosh, they can cover quite a bit of territory, can't they? I could do Forced March with them, but I can't build a road through there right now because I'm spending my gold. So I think it makes more sense to have them wait until the teleporters are finished, and then they can just warp to wherever they need to go. So for now, they can still just hold the capital, and that's going to have to be good enough. That scout, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I really wanted to get the Firehearth Foundry back, but I got chased off of it. He can go anywhere there is another teleporter, but he's not going to take that outpost by himself, so there's not really a point of sending him over there. I guess he could just join Hephaestus' crew. I mean, there's not really any reason for him not to, other than the fact that Sanguine might pick him off when she moves. He could run around this side. And then catch up going backwards. Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, since Hephaestus doesn't quite have a full army, I may as well. I've also got another scout here that can't really do anything, but I just got those extra 2 slots there that I feel like they may as well use. I don't think you can catch up. Yeah, so let's send you down here. Oh, Sanguine could technically attack that guy by herself. I don't like that, so I'm going to back these guys off here and make sure they're a solid 3 stack like that. They're still all close enough to protect each other. Okay. Got the work camp done there. More focus crystals acquired. And another hero. Oh, I got multiple heroes. Hang on. Oh wait, they're all in my prison, not in the crypt. Although I could sell that guy and get enough money for something. I don't feel the need to hurry anything though. I've got a teleporter going up there. I've got a teleporter going up here. I've already got 2 in Nebular Sanctum. There isn't really, I don't think, a need to sell that hero on this turn to get money. I think we can just produce merchandise and be okay. Yes, we are aware that Tridale is under siege. And I think that is the end of this turn. Let's go to the next one. I don't think I'm missing anything here, so kind of working on casting Reveler's Heart. Okay. It's not to be good enough for now. Also, when is Hephaestus going to level up again? I feel like he's taking forever. He's very close. He's very close. Okay. The more levels he gets, the significantly stronger my front line becomes. I'm kind of tempted to build a road here, but later on I'm going to have Scions of Flame and my units will be able to walk on the lava, so I think leaving this as not having a road is actually defensively a little better for me. To try to build less roads in this area if possible. Although it really, honestly, the enemies are probably going to take that route anyway, unless they're coming up through here, so I don't know that it's going to make much of a difference either way. Oh, here comes a decent purple army there, which can apparently go on the lava. They must have Scions of Flame, but that's a... Okay, that's a sizable purple army. Looks like Tridale is the center of attention now. Yeah, Hephaestus just isn't allowed to leave this area. Huh. Neat. Okay. Well, the first thing that I gotta do is stop the siege. So Sanguine's still the target here. But then after that, I can kind of bounce off and go after somebody else. These armies aren't good. Purple's kind of throwing a lot of trash units at me. I excavated this area and found nothing useful at all. Okay, that's actually surprising. But it's still okay, because I can turn this into a 3-farm section here with a farmstead and get some nice bonuses from it. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. It would have been nice to find treasure, but it's not the end of the world that I didn't. Okay, and for very cheap, for relatively cheap, I could finish that teleporter off this turn for 50 gold. Oh, crap. I should have known. Okay, well, now I got people causing trouble at that outpost. I'm just going to need to send some units out there and clear this out. I am not anticipating another attack from Logar anytime soon. Unfortunately, I can't go through the teleporter where people are standing on it, sieging it. I was worried that might happen on this turn. That slows me down. Which is kind of the story of this game. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to turn that into a city. That is most definitely not allowed. That is absolutely not allowed under any circumstances. Domain has been invaded. Okay, let's check where all the invasions are. We know about Sanguine. We know about Purple and the other stuff Sanguine summoned. We know about that, which this is by far the most annoying thing. Because I was planning to send them through that teleporter and go down here and get my outpost back, but now they can't do that. I'm just trying to decide whether it's better to send them after the teleporter or to send these guys after it, to go after the middle. I think it might be better to send these guys. So I've got a hero and a couple tier 3s, and they've only got tier 3s. This isn't a particularly strong army. So if black has more stuff in this area, that could be a problem. But I need to get something down there within 5 turns. I think I trust her army a little more. They're a little more seasoned and bigger. So I'm just gonna send them the old-fashioned way. They'll just start walking. I'll try to get that back. I'm trying to decide now whether I want to use forced march on them or not. If I build a road along that path, I can get down there pretty quickly. I don't know if it's faster to do that or to just embark, because you do move pretty quickly when embarked. And the road costs gold, which I don't have a lot of right now. Unfortunately, I'm going to land here and have to go through a bunch of trees and crap. Alright, well, I think forced march is fine here. Isn't there an upgrade for forced march somewhere in here? I'm not sure if it's later on towards the end. That's it. Forced march does less damage to your units. I'm not going to use forced march. I've got 5 turns to get down there. As much as I would like to make it before they can finish that siege, I don't think they can. Do they have any cavalry units that could run out ahead? No, they don't. That's unfortunate. I would have maybe had a cavalry unit start building a road if that got me there just even a turn faster. Alright, we'll take the water. They'll destroy the teleporter before I can get down there, which is annoying, but I can at least get my outpost back. These guys didn't move, I don't think. I'm not sure what they're doing. Alright, we just gotta break enemy stuff. The most important target being Sanguine, so let's start with that. Have you go here. You go here. Alright, let's see how this goes. Again, my army's a little beat up as it is, which is unfortunate, because they have to do an awful lot of fighting here. We're gonna do this. It says it's a safe battle. We'll see how far my spells get me. My mana has dropped to only 26 per turn, which is a little concerning. She's got multiple knights in here. Let's see how the auto combat handles it with spells. I think I'm okay with that. This aspirant knight got pretty beat up, admittedly, so I'll have to be careful with him. But he also has a bannerman in the army that can heal him at the start of combat if the AI is smart, so we'll take that win. Take that item, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying not to disenchant items right now, because I want to get Hephaestus. I want to finish a little bit more of what Hephaestus is working on over here, with this kind of critical hit build that I'm trying to build up. And I need to get that when a unit kills another, it gains 3 fortune thing. That's a pretty important part of this, so we'll take critical momentum, we'll take that, and then I might hop over here and get Disenchanter so that I can start working on some stuff. I also really would like to get the Rune of Power Fire. Would be nice to have. And another thing that's really nice is this 8 physical damage to enemies adjacent to the target for more splash damage on his attacks, paired with meteor strikes. That's a lot of splash damage. So, yeah. We gotta just keep building him up. Oops. We definitely want to lean into those crits, though. How's his axe doing? 20% critical hit damage and a 10% boosted crit chance. I might not need that boosted crit chance in the long run, but for now, it's working for me. I'm at an 85%, so Once I get fortune, it'll be guaranteed. So I might drop the crit chance when I reforge an axe. Okay, you guys can go kind of loop around. I'm at least in friendly territory now, so I'm gonna heal. Yeah, I'm not too worried about all this. Because this army up here was pretty crappy. So I think these guys are fine. The problem is they don't have the range to get there. These guys do, so I'm gonna move them here. I'll move this guy here. So he's technically in the right spot, and that should pull everyone in when the flying guy does this. Low risk battle. I am going to see if I can get by without casting spells in this one. My mana's starting to look a little thin. I mean, I've got a good surplus built up, but my income is pretty low, especially compared to my gold. Trying to think about what they might throw at me here. It's mostly pretty crap units. There's just a lot of them. Yeah, I think we can do this without spell casting. Apparently not. Alright, well, we're definitely not losing all that, especially not aspirant knights that are about ready to evolve, so we'll retry that. Okay, first things first, drop those heals and keep the knights out of harm's way. The AI is just too dang aggressive with them. Alright, I think Hephaestus can just come up here and throw a fireball at something. How about... somebody who does damage output. Can stone spirits catch on fire? They don't have any fire resistance. Yeah, I wouldn't mind whittling them down. That guy's gonna be a bit of a tank. But I can't reach him, so... I'll just do it on the polearm, I guess. It doesn't really matter that much. Alright, Leech Guards, do your Ward Bond thing, and then let's not just immediately cancel it, like I keep doing. You there, you need health. Quite badly. In fact, badly enough that I want to run you down here to get more from other people. Let's see, you are bait. One thing that bugs me about these bannermen is they have to be in melee range to do their heal. I like them. They're nice support units, but that melee heal range is rough. This guy's got a heal, though, and now's kind of the perfect time to use it. We'll move him here. Actually, do that. I'm gonna move you here, so you're at least facing the enemy in case things warp in and try to flank and cause trouble. You go here. Sworn Bond. Protect those heroes. This guy up here, and maybe leave the knight like kind of here next to the war banner. I don't want him charging in and getting himself into trouble. These guys can't move very far, so I think they're all good where they are, and then I just need to move these up. Get that pyromancer up there especially. We might get a nice AoE there. Okay, let's see what they do. Here come the spells. AoE electrified on that group there. Okay, I figured he was going to do something like that. He immobilized quite a few units, which is a little bit of a problem. Yeah, I need to deal with him. He is a big issue right now. And he's a very tanky issue right now, unfortunately. I have a good chance of inflicting burning on him. I think I'm going to have the Wyvern turn its back on pretty much everybody and just... Wait, why can't the Wyvern hit him? It must be this rock that's getting in the way. I do not like him being there. That is a problem. Hephaestus has a chance of killing him if I can lower him enough. And Hephaestus has killing momentum, so he could also move and do something else. Ooh, hang on, I got an idea here. I wish I could see a skill tree. So he's got critical momentum. When the hero makes a critical hit, okay. And he's also got frenzy. So you can do some funny stuff with the Giant Kings. Well, I could abducting Cyclone that thing to really anywhere that would be easier for me to deal with him as well. Which, like, this spot would be quite a bit easier because... Well, no, because of the Pyromancer's there. I just need him off of me, honestly. There's a chance I stun him. A 66% chance I stun him, which is pretty good. But I probably want to use the Pyromancer before I attempt to do anything with him. So let's try to get some stacks of burning on him. Just so that other units do more damage. There, now he's burning. And then we are going to use Abducting Cyclone to pull him here. He did get stunned. Okay, perfect. That gives me quite a bit of flexibility here. I am going to use the pole arms to try to soften him up. And Hephaestus could run back and get the kill, but I have other plans for him. He's just a little bit too slow, though. How much movement do I have? 1, 2, 3 after moving to here? If I want 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If I can finish that guy off, which, I'm so close to being able to do. I don't really want to use my archer, but I do want to finish this guy off. What if I moved you here? Whoops, well now I'm stuck with that decision. Okay. I can use the knight then to come down here and finish him, but I need to make sure I leave a path open for Hephaestus. Then I come here. He can't quite get to where I was hoping he could, but I can do second wind. I wanted to get there so his big axe attack hit both, but I can do this, which gives me second wind. Now, I don't think second wind lets you move again if you used it on a single turn. It does, okay, it does. That seems to have been inconsistent at times, but now he can move here and do another big smash on that guy, and he's now almost dead. He's not really a threat anymore, so I'm going to use that guy's defense mode to give the spell Tempered Shield resistance and defense. And Hephaestus is in a really good spot here now to run around behind the enemy and do a lot of damage. Okay, with that being done, I think I can start focusing on the center here. I think the plan remains pretty much the same. I need to get everybody kind of bunkered in together and protect the archers. I could do a lot of damage to that Arcanist, but I think I'm... That guy's got a stun attack. It's the Magma Spirit is the main threat out there, and I don't have a good shot at it. because it's got explosive phase. Well, I guess it's already done its big immolation thing, which that was probably its most annoying thing that it could do. What about you? You've got curse, but it's just a single target still. We're still working on that. I got raise undead, I've got taunt. I think I want to send this guy forward and get behind the enemy and just cause trouble. That might even get some of them to be distracted. In fact, he could go behind this thing, because as long as I'm in its zone of control, he can't use Champion Psychic Gaze, which basically forces units to go after this guy, which I'm actually going to leave on defense mode to be as annoying as possible. And then they have to either spend resources to kill him or move this guy and not do Stunning Gaze or whatever it is. These guys are very hard to hit with arrows, so I'm probably not going to attempt that. I wouldn't mind if you healed that shield right there. And we just sort of form a line. Yeah, I'm good with this. We're gonna have more units coming up from behind. I'm gonna back off and try to lure them into this line down here. This looks okay to me. And then maybe I'll go ahead and drop a curse on someone, just because why not? Maybe on you, actually. Yeah, we'll curse the Magma Spirit. Oh, that is not... Oh, I thought that was a ranged attack. Oh, that's bad. Well, at least he's linked to this guy. I guess we're going... I guess we're going on offense here, guys. Dang, okay. That is not what I intended to do. I thought Curse was a ranged attack. I don't use Death Knights very much up until now. It is a free action, though, so he does still get to go into defense mode. Although this guy can just cancel his defense mode, so it might be better to do a whirling attack and rely on defense mode from, like, these guys. How bad of damage can he take? It's actually not very easy to tell because it's getting transferred to a different guy. You know what? Let's just go on offense. Oh, there's diseases spreading. Okay. I want you to be here, so I can move. Oh wait, hang on. A better idea. You can go there because you're not linked to him. I'll put you here. The one who's linked, I'll put here. The archer, I will put here, and we'll try to whittle down that magma spirit a little more, I think, because the other guys are harder to hit. You can help protect the archer. You guys still need to kind of hold ground over here, I think. I don't think they can quite avoid combat. This guy's okay. Maybe moving everyone up was actually kind of okay because this knight can't move, and I don't want him to die. Okay, so we'll have him defend. The archers here can, or the scout there, I guess, can just stay. They're fine. You, I would like to... Actually, you're defending, right? Yeah, if you're defending, I'm going to go ahead and attack with this guy to try to soften him up a bit. The problem is a lot of stuff could attack the hero and lower his health. I think it'll be okay. That guy's at like full health. We should be alright. You need to stay there in the turn. It's possible that Liege Guard goes down, but it depends on how much stuff focus fires him. Okay, so he chose to move away and just shoot at the wyvern, which is fine. Oh good, I resisted a pull over there. Okay, that army in the middle actually did pretty well. Not bad, guys. It's that left side that's starting to look a little overwhelmed. Okay. Pretty good, I think, all things considered. Alright, now we gotta open up a path for Hephaestus, which is going to be kind of the name of the game going forward for a lot of fights. What's the easiest, cheapest way to get rid of this guy? Because I kind of want to use the mage to set those two on fire. It might be the knight. Yeah, I think it is the knight because he's weak and I don't really want him in most other situations, so we'll have him do it because I think I want this guy to like defend somewhere because Hephaestus is about to get Alright, what we can do here is I can do this, set them both on fire. That does just enough damage for Hephaestus to run up here. He gets a kill, triggers second wind, moves forward, and then what you can do is you can alt target the ground and get a little extra reach and kill the unit behind with the giant's axe attack. So I just decimated those guys. Now I just got to focus on the other weaker spots in my area. For Hephaestus, I'm just going to move the shield up and basically defend behind him. This guy is probably not going to contribute much to the battle, but this guy could, so I need to get him moving forward. The archer could finish that guy off over there. That archer's got a lot of range. I think it's because of the Eagle Eye promotion. Or I could soften up the Watcher. Kind of have my choice here. The Liege Guard can do a lot of damage to either of these. I would really like them to be on fire. That would be ideal. And the scout bows don't actually set things on fire. I could use Ignite. That might be good. Yeah, let's use Ignite here. Soften these guys up. They should be okay, especially if I use the Bannermen to kind of protect them from magic, which I am going to do after I heal this one. The nice thing about Bannermen is they deploy their defense mode even when they heal, so that'll help them hold over there. The scout could even move up and probably finish that guy off. That's one more unit down, which means more lowered morale, and that's always good for me. The knight, he's on timeout because I don't trust him. He could get hurt. I am going to move these archers up to make sure that I actually hit that unit in the back. Takes him out of commission. The knight, yeah, no, we're not risking it with him. Instead, I'm going to keep bothering this thing with my Liege Guard to just keep preventing it from using its more powerful attacks. And with these guys, it's usually best to get in their face with most shock units, so I'm just going to move up and keep bothering them. Try to take out, make the unit sustain casualties. Let's see, archers have gone. The Death Knight probably shouldn't be fighting the polearm, so we'll have him do something else. I think he'll just go bother the mage in the back. Yeah, let's do that. Oops. Forgot that thing was right there, but that's okay. We'll deal with you. Then you can go there, give them resistance, And the knight will kind of just stay close enough to be of assistance, but far away that he doesn't get her. So like right there. Looks like a nice cozy spot for him. Same thing with this Night Guard, which for some reason can pass through obstacles. Oh wait, he must have that light-footed, yep, okay. So he also flies, technically. Well, I'm gonna put him here. On defense, Knight on defense. You could go ahead and attack, that's fine. Put some damage on that thing. Oh, there's a constricted. Okay, he's getting a little surrounded over there. Probably need to try to go help him out. Odds are they're going to start flanking here pretty soon. Or flanking, routing. I think, oh wait, there's Hephaestus. Yeah, Hephaestus can make it up here. I can't quite reach what I would like to reach here, but I'm going to go here and kill this guy. I think that just triggered a full rout. Okay, we're going to say no, because I want to try to finish off as many of these guys as I can. And then I can do Second Wind, which doesn't really do anything other than let me take an extra step, but I do get this fireball. This nice big fireball. Then it's just a question of who do I want to throw it at. First off, I kind of want you to not be alive anymore. Now we don't have to worry about protecting our guys, though. We can just be reckless. I definitely don't want that thing making it out of here alive, so we're going to chase him down. Yeah, he's not going to make it. He can't get to the edge in time. This one might be able to. You sunder his defense a bit. You can finish that one off. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Let's get this guy over here. He can also bother this guy. Pole arm. And Hephaestus can just throw a fireball at the far one. Okay, you can move all the way up to here and get a nice hit there. You can finish him. Archer can move up and probably not do anything because I don't have very good odds to hit. And I do have the I do have this spell if I need it to finish something off. The rest of those guys down there can just chill. They're fine. Okay. Full on trying to run. Still casting spells though. Okay, you can chase him down pretty easily. And then we'll give the final hit to Hephaestus. Big old smash for 141 damage. Alright, yeah, those guys were a little out of their league. Their spells were annoying, though. Okay, now I want to try to get these guys back into friendly territory so they're healing. Which is gonna go right there. Okay, we're good. That army from purple is not going to threaten these guys. Tridale is safe and spawned, ooh, a pretty nice army from Manafont. I like it. There's a couple bone dragons in there. Sending some tier 4 love my way. Very nice. Okay, those guys are out of movement. Hephaestus is out of movement. Manafont actually, or Tridale can actually expand its borders. I'm going to take a farm here, because I want to get access to all 3 of these tiles over here. Ooh, there's a cave entrance too that I could maybe lock in. The farm will also help Tridale grow a little bit, which is going to be important because... Oops, I didn't want to do that. Well, I guess we'll go with it. Because I just had some surplus production go into that I wasn't planning on using for a town hall upgrade right now. But I actually do need it because the city is grumpy, and I need to work on getting the tavern, which I do already have the bonuses for. It would probably be better to try to get a teleporter here, though. The problem is that I can't defend. I can't really defend it. Enemies will probably come in and try to siege it, which is going to be a pain in the butt. I don't know. The town hall is needed for keeping the city stable because I need it to build the tavern. I kind of always need that chain of. Yeah, so Hephaestus is here now. We're gonna let the town hall try to work its way through so that Tridale actually becomes somewhat useful and I don't have to worry about their happiness. If I can manage to kill that dragon, that'll get a nice chunk of production towards that, and then maybe I can hurry it the rest of the way so that I can try to get to the teleporter faster. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll move Hephaestus up and around as far as he can go while still being in range of his friends. So I can go to here. And we'll try to, I'm going to try to get that dragon taken care of. And then these guys, one turn away from that teleporter there. And I guess they're just kind of on hold for now. Yeah, there's nothing really they can do. And then I'm going to try to get this scout down here to assist as needed. I might actually try parking him on the Firehearth Foundry again now that I kind of control this area. See if I can get it under my control. I did get another Liege Guard here, which is very nice. We're gonna add him to these armies. How are you doing on your renown? You're a Glory Seeker? Okay, I like Glory Seekers. For now, we'll just put you with this group. It's fine. Can't really afford to make another unit there at the moment. When there are so many other demands. Let's see, I know that I wanted to build teleporters in a couple other locations, but I think Tridale is kind of like the big one right now. I did want to get one here in Nebular Sanctum, an additional one on that specific spot. So I think what I'm going to do is go for that now. It's 6 turns and could end up getting interrupted, but these guys can't actually siege anything here. They can only pillage because they don't have a hero. Or I go for the tavern here. I think I have 2 teleporters. I have the one there and I have the one there. I think 3 might be a little overkill when I could build a tavern and start trying to turn this into an economically useful city, because I need the economy to support the army. Which is why I kind of want to try to get that town hall done in here real quick, so I can make this city actually worth defending. I think I can actually save some money on this turn. I might want to make... I think I want to make more troops here. Probably another Zephyr Archer, I think. So let's keep producing them. That takes up most of my money, which is okay. I'm making progress on all the other important stuff. Did get a hero level up. That was my Death Knight. I think I just got Mass Curse. Curse now targets all units in a 1 hex radius. Does it give it range? I mean, normally those 1 hex radius abilities are ranged attacks. I hope that's how it works. If I take that, I get Mass Curse. It's still a range of 1. It's a free action, though. I think it's still good, and if I'm aware of it, I'll be more careful about how I use it. Alright, well, we'll just continue going down the Mass Curse route. I'm committed to it now. New Empire development skills are available. I could get Vassals grant 10 gold in tribute. That's another 30 gold per turn, so I think that's probably a no-brainer. I don't think I need the city-province reach right now. I don't need the pillage thing right now. Yeah, I think taking the extra gold for another 30 gold per turn is a pretty easy choice. And I do have more heroes in the crypt to sell to if I need to. Or adding to the collection. I'm getting, I think, just as much income from fighting and killing things as I am from my actual cities, if not more. Let's see. You guys are all technically part of Hephaestus's crew, right? Part of his house. House units, house units. He's got a lot of house units. I don't know if I need to build more house units from him, because I've pretty much maxed out the size of his army. Other than maybe Zephyr, you know what, now that I think about it, he doesn't have a lot in terms of Zephyr archers. He doesn't have any Zephyr archers. So I will go ahead and I'm going to sell one of those heroes so that I can make a Zephyr archer in Obsidian Forge. Doesn't matter which one I sell, so we'll just get rid of you. That gives me enough to work on one of those guys. Just so we're still becoming more powerful. I think that's all I can do on this turn. Yeah, I'm going to end the turn there. These are busy turns now. Like, there's a lot going on. What I might have to do here, I think there's a different way I'm going to clear that. I'm not going to run down that way and get it. I'm instead going to use the flying guy. Yeah, because this lava chasm's kind of getting in the way, and I don't have Scions of Flame yet to really move around it. So what I can do is I can move most of my tough armies back here and just fly the mage across by himself, or Hephaestus, who can walk through the lava. But the other armies can support from this side. Would you stop doing the friggin' debuffs? It's enough. Calm down. That was, I think one of those was the one that slows me down, was Burden of Guilt. Probably from Sanguine. Continuing to be a pain in the butt, as always. Alright, so he's going after that teleporter, and there's a actual proper hero army there now. That's somewhat concerning. If they siege the city, they're going to cancel the tavern. But I do have that backup teleporter there. I would need to get one up and running. Somewhere that I can actually use it. Did Purple run away? I think Purple ran the rest of their army away. And Hephaestus got slowed, which is extremely annoying right now. That is, like, super annoying. Well, if Purple ran, they probably ran up here, which means if I leave my scout on the Fire Hearth Foundry, they'll probably just come back down and pick him off. So I think for the moment, what I really need here is to clear this so that I'm getting the production boost from it and try to chunk out as much of that town hall as possible so that I can then swap to the so I can get the tavern done and get the city's stability a little under control, or rush towards a teleporter here. Either is a viable option. I think the teleporter might be... I think I really need to get that teleporter up. The problem is it's not in a very good spot. The enemy can siege it, but it is in a busy spot. It's probably better than not having one at all. If I do it... Oh gosh, it's 10 turns though. That's going to take forever. To the point where I don't know if it's even worth trying to build it right now. I guess clearing this will get me a decent chunk of production towards it. Okay. The city just needs production in general. It needs a ton of production. I think that I want to try to get a teleporter up back there. The city will grow again, and I can get another farm in the meantime. Put it there, there. just so I have a couple. And I can still get the tavern boost. But for now, let's switch to the teleporter and see how much progress I get from, see, 250 production. That's probably going to only shave off like 3 turns. It'll probably be about 60 production that I get from clearing that, which puts it down to 190 roughly. And then, yeah, so that probably doesn't shave off that many turns. How much does it cost to hurry the production of the town hall? 230? I think this gets me close enough to where I could hurry the production of the teleporter. Okay, we're going for it. Because I really gotta be able to get through these areas faster. Oh, I forgot though, because I wanted to get that spot. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. The city will grow a couple more times. It's going to grow multiple times before I have a chance to even start building a tavern, so I'm not worried about having the 2 farms. Alright, so what I need to do then here is move... kind of get, like, the best units I can. Hephaestus, if he's standing here, is still close enough for his army to participate in this fight. So I'm going to move him here. I can move these guys. Actually, this guy's army is probably a little better. We'll add the bannerman to it, though. And I want to make sure this guy's involved in the fight, because he needs experience to level up. So we'll take these 2. See, you've already got a fully ranked knight, so I'll take you.
Hey.
And that archer doesn't need more levels, so I'll take you 3. Wait, hang on. That guy's by himself. That's the whole point of this, what I'm doing here. So we'll add another liege guard. This is getting a little messy, but I promise it'll make sense in a minute. Then just take the flying guy down. He comes across. We do... 1, 2... Why is it not pulling in these guys? Is it because of the stupid city wall rule? I think it's because of the stupid city wall rule. That's annoying. Because there's nowhere else they can stand. I should be able to choose... Oh, no, it's because it's pulling in these guys. That's what it's doing. What happens if I do this? Well, I guess these guys are helping me. Let's do the auto combat and see what happens without casting spells. I don't think they're needed here. Well, their guy got beat up pretty badly, but my people are fine, so I guess I'm okay with that. Let's see, I got 71 production, a little better than I was expecting, and leggings that give +1 resistance that I'm sure someone can probably use. These guys need to get back out of the city walls now because of the weird rules surrounding how those work. Yeah, let's get you all out to here. You can move up to there. Hephaestus has moved as far as he can. I'm gonna move these guys to where they're still in friendly territory, so I guess it means just stacking them on there and putting you there. There. Now everyone is in a good position. And they're all healing, and no one is in the walls. The teleporter got bumped down to 6 turns. It's still too expensive for me to hurry, but I could potentially get it on the next turn. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything about the situation up here right now until I can warp up there or run out there on the next turn, just going the normal way. In 3 turns, the city grows again. And having that growth is going to help me move through there a lot faster. But I think right now I'm just trying to get options for moving around more than anything else. What's the fastest route? It seems to think the fastest route is to go across the water and then down to here. which actually that is pretty quick. But I think that if I give her a flying mount temporarily, she could actually reach it. Well, it's not going to matter because that's going to go down on the next turn. I don't think it really matters that much. We'll just go this way. I'm just not really sure if if it would be better to build a road, like to land here and start building a road, or if it would be better to just take the water. I think I really do kind of want to get a road built there. There's just a lot of places that it would be very nice to have, and with advanced logistics, I think it does technically benefit me more to have. How far can you guys move? Right behind them? Alright, let's do that. I'm going to move you here. And you're going to start building a road. Okay. Now your friends can go here. Okay, they can't quite build another one, but that's okay. Actually, technically they could. If I did him, I could do road building. And he can move one step ahead. Although it doesn't really matter, but technically, because this is a 3 movement cost now, he can do road there, and then he can still move back with his friends, so. But we're going to try to get this infrastructure in place here. I don't know if it'll be faster than just taking the water. It actually might be right now because I don't have the water in my territory. Once the water's in my territory, that might be faster, but I think at the moment the road might be faster. Okay, we're still working on a Zephyr Archer and Kingerhelm. Kingerhelm probably needs to build some other stuff too, but I'm just not really sure what other than the Spelljammer. The Spelljammer I kind of know that I need. I'm just not sure where I want... Well, I know where I want to put it too. It's just... I want to put the Spelljammer here. But I don't have the population for it to support it yet. So for now, I think I saved my Imperium here. I could spend the Imperium to hurry growth over there and then get the Spelljammer earlier, but I don't think it's that imperative as long as enemies aren't coming down in here. I don't think they can cast it if they can't see the tiles. If they send units in here, like Logar comes back, then they could cause trouble again. I really need Spelljammers in every city, though. It's not just Kingerhelm. Every city needs to defend against this crap. Oh, Obsidian Forge grew again. This is actually probably a good opportunity for me to prepare to build a farmstead. Although, I do need a Spelljammer here, too. Yeah, I need the Spelljammer first. I think the Spelljammer, this is a good spot for it. There's not really any reason that I need a farm here, but I can't do anything else with this tile. It could be a good spot for like a foundry or something later, maybe. I like to find an isolated spot to stick the Spelljammer, and then it just chills there. This would be another good isolated spot, but it's close. But I kind of wanted to turn this into a farmstead and have huge farm buffs hitting this tile. So I think instead I am going to put the Spelljammer back here for now. It feels safe back here. So once the Town Hall is done, I will swap to that, which the Town Hall is going to be done on the next turn. I'm going to hurry that.
Hey.
Okay, we've got you guys doing your thing. You guys are all good for now. Revels of Carnage is done, which is a very good spell. One that I will try to use. Let's look at my tome library. I get another tome on the next turn. Let's see. Tome of Winds. Duststorm, Windrager, Enchantment. I don't think there's anything crucial that I'm missing. Yeah, I got all the important stuff that I wanted, so this is kind of a throwaway research, so I'm not going to bother. I guess Duststorm can come in handy. I'm not planning on doing anything with these guys. I don't want to put in the time and effort to level them up. They are a decent pike unit, to be fair. when you get them up to bronze golems, which does cover a gap in my armies. But the fact that I have to spend time leveling them up makes them a little less of something that I want right now. I think I would rather get Deathstorm and have the option to blind a group of ranged units if I needed to for some reason. I'm also going to be probably speccing into the Materium amplifying lenses or whatever those are, and that's just another Materium spell. So I do get my teleporter here, though. So I have one in the capital now, which is encouraging. And that means these guys can go somewhere if they need to. But there's not really anywhere they can be of assistance by themselves right now. So I guess I just leave them on standby. I did just get an NPC army out here, though. They might be enough to cause some trouble for these guys. What I really need is to clear that out. I did finish my teleporter in Kingerhelm, so these guys can go back and forth between Kingerhelm as needed. We'll let Kingerhelm just do... Yeah, we're just going to do merchandise there. I do have another empire. I got the Siege Empire skill, but I don't need that. I think I'm kind of done. I'm not producing anything in Kingerhelm on this turn. I'm saving up that mana, or my gold. My mana is suffering a bit right now. And I'm not really sure why. I mean, I am piling on additional unit enchant. Oh, it's the teleporters. I forgot they cost mana upkeep. That's worth noting. Didn't think about that. Alright, well, I think I'm at a good spot to end the turn here, so let's... I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Let's go to the next one. I'm just trying to decide if I need to move these guys. I feel like the moment they leave, I'll probably have to come back and deal with something, but there's not really anywhere else that they can be helpful other than going there, which would be nice, but I could start building roads through here, but I can always come back and do that. Like, the next time a unit needs to go through there, I can build roads, so I think they stay here, yeah. They don't help anywhere else right now, so I guess they stay there. Alright, at least I got that extra production flowing into Tridale now. That helps. What is this upgrade, actually? Oh, wait, no. I keep thinking that's a separate province. It's actually part of the city center. Oh. Oh, they're being smart. They're deliberately targeting the teleporters. Oh, you jerks. Okay. Well, that might change some things. Maybe having an excessive amount of them isn't such a bad idea. Because that means they're probably going to pick on this one over here just as much, too. Wow, the AI is being smart about this. They're actually targeting the teleporters instead of worrying about going after the cities directly. No, they are trying to take that outpost out. But the outpost doesn't do me a whole lot of good without the teleporter anyway. Okay. This is new. These guys should help defend. I think Nebular Sanctum and Tridale are like where it's at. That's where my armies need to be going right now. NPC army of Thunderdale is nearby. They're also probably going to be a pain, but I can't deal with them right now because I need to go north, so hopefully you guys can go handle that. That's your responsibility now. I need to go up here and get black off of my back. I think I might spend the Imperium here to attract population just so I can move through here faster. It looks like I'm going to be going through here a lot. And I do have a little extra Imperium to spare right now, so let's do that. We'll do another mine, because I get mana from them anyway. So mines are almost always better. Now I got much more movement flexibility going through here. Actually, would be a little faster even if I built a road going up and around like that. I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take the flying guy, build road here, enable road building to here. That connects everything up. Did he actually build a road there? He did not. I think I turned it off by accident. There we go. Now everything's connected. Perfect. Okay, we can get these guys all the way through. Fortunately, nobody got hit by Sanguine's stupid burden of guilt. I wish I could just knock her out of the game. It's going to be very annoying with that. I can hurry this teleporter now. It will just get sieged, but at least it doesn't get interrupted and I don't lose the progress towards it. So it might be worth doing. First things first, we're finishing the town hall. Not attracting population. I'm spending the 60 gold to finish that on this turn. Just in case, because my fear is that Brown comes down the cave and rushes over here and sieges and interrupts me. So yeah, I just, for the sake of peace of mind, I'm dropping the money on that. Okay. Now I can put a teleporter up here. I think I actually am going to do the Spelljammer first in my capital, because I know Brown is nearby, and I don't want them running down here and taking away territory in my capital and making infestations appear. That's going to be a pain in the butt. So I probably will do the Spelljammer, but I'll decide that later. I want to be careful with what I'm spending my money on. I did just get another archer who can try to start catching up to these guys. But these guys, I do want to continue to build roads. As far as you can go. Yeah, that's a nice... Okay, that works out very nicely. And connects right into everything else. Perfect. And then I can go through friendly territory to get to wherever I'm going next. Excellent. Okay. So I got a nice long road there. I should be able to reach that outpost on the next turn, stop them from turning that into a city, and hopefully get it back. I do still have the ability to move up there if I need to. I've got the Zephyr Archer here. I might need an... You know what I don't have out here is an Aspirant Knight. I've wanted one several times. So we're going to go ahead and train one of those. I'm going to try to get this guy to here. It looks like, yep, the game does recognize that the fastest route is indeed the road. So we're going to do that. It might even be faster if I built a road up through here. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay, as much as I would love to go get rid of those guys, if they interrupt that, they're going to stop it. So I'm going to spend the money and finish the teleporter. That way, I can just repair it later if I need to. So that does at least give me a spot that I can go through. Now, I can't obviously teleport to Nebular Sanctum because they're sieging everything. But fortunately, these two cities are close enough that I can kind of move back and forth and defend them. Yeah, I basically just have to go this way at this point. Because Black needs to get stomped into the dust. Freaking Arvik up here is causing all sorts of trouble. He will raise that teleporter. I might be able to prevent him from getting to the other one, though. This looks fine to me. At least I have a good connection through here now. I can move around quickly. I'm hoping that the... I kind of want to summon a... I kind of want to get that snow terrain out of there, but I don't think it's hurting me right now, so I think I'm just going to ignore it. And then I'm kind of leaving these guys here as a flex group to defend either my capital or jump up to Kingerhelm quickly if they need to. I could even build something else in my capital. A mana obelisk might not be a bad idea right now. So 15 more mana income. Oh yeah, and by virtue of finishing that town hall, I do have a couple knights out here now. Yep, there's my tier 4s. Should have another one. I should have 2 of them. Where's the other one? I thought I had 2 guys. Maybe it was just this other guy I was thinking of that's really close to evolving, but he's not quite there yet. But that's gonna help. I think with mana kind of on the downward swing from all these teleporters, I probably should go ahead and make a mana obelisk in the capital. Oh, Reveler's Heart's ready. Forgot about that. Good stuff. I am going to... Doesn't really fit the theme of what I'm going for with Fire Elves, so I'm going to toggle that off to get rid of the weird donkey leg look. I don't like it. Okay, I do have Reveler's Carnage, which might actually be a good spell to start casting now. Because I could put it on Hephaestus and get a bunch of XP for all the stuff he's about to kill. Which is basically anything he wants at this point. There's not really anything else I want to cast right now, so yeah, let's do that. I will be using this spell a lot to fast track XP gain for units. It pairs very nicely with Feudal. It also pairs very nicely with this guy, who I want to level up as fast as possible, just because of how powerful he becomes. I don't want to forge an item right now. Okay, well, that Mistwalker thing is back to where it's randomly selecting a city to target. I just have to cross my fingers and hope it's not me. What is your cooperation set for? You're still on Tridale. I want to review where everyone's sending their troops. They're at Nebular Sanctum. That's also fine. I think everything needs to be targeted at Tridale and Nebular Sanctum right now. Yeah, 2 at Nebular Sanctum, 1 at Tridale. That sounds okay. Post is under siege. Your domain's been invaded. Your domain's been invaded. And set production for Kingerhelm. Okay, which is, I'm not going to do anything in Kingerhelm on this turn, I don't think. Yeah, we'll let it do merch. Alright. It's good enough for me for now. Need you guys to do your job and get rid of that crap when they come in and probably go after my teleporter. That's what I'm assuming the AI will do. I just got hit somewhere else by a spell, which means somebody can see my units. Might have been these guys. It was those guys. Oh, dang it. They might slow me down enough to prevent me from reaching the outpost on this turn. That's stupid. We'll see. Hey, what's going on over here? I heard siege noises. Now, let's pay attention to what Arvik does first. He's moving right now. Okay, he didn't really change anything. Oh, well, they're on that teleporter now. Dang it. There's too many spots to defend. Yeah, maybe the city-state will do something useful. I did hear the sound of a siege up north. I think it might be my outpost on the surface above Kingerhelm. Might be getting pressured. I just can't cover all these angles. Yeah, I'm 90% sure that's the outpost above Kingerhelm. Whose turn are we on right now? Oh, we're on Browns. So I would expect movement over here. They're not really doing anything, but Brown is the one threatening my capital. Like, they're the only reason I feel like I need to have troops back there. Alright, I probably need to get the Spelljammer up in my capital, but it's going to cost mana upkeep, and that's becoming expensive. And freaking King K. Rool is back with his crocodile minions. Yeah, I can't do anything about that right now. They're going to take that outpost. I don't have a big enough army that I can warp over there. I can start fixing this teleporter. Oh, good. They can get just close enough that I think I can initiate the siege by using the other army. All right, what I can do is I can split them up. I can move her. I can move most of them, but I need one fast person. So like you. And then I will move you up. I guess I'll move an archer up there with them, like a good archer into her army. And the rest can be slow and follow behind. I do want to fix this. And I want to use the fast units to still initiate the siege. There we go. I don't need to do any siege projects for this. Other than, well, I don't think I can do raiding party. Oh, I can do raiding party. Does it do anything? I mean, it doesn't cost anything, so I'll throw it on there, but I don't think it'll actually change anything. Gosh, Arvik is just everywhere. I think this is Arvik, right? The black? Yeah, it's Arvik. He's just all over the place. Alright. If I do this correctly... I'm thinking about stretching out and trying to reach them, but no, I'm just gonna go clear that teleporter so that I can get him off of it and then turn around and head back. Where did he even come from to siege that? He would have had to come down and very deliberately go backwards towards it. I think the army was around here, so it may have come through the cave entrance, and he very specifically targeted the teleporter. So they're being, yeah, I think he's just being kind of disturbingly smart about it. These guys are actually moving faster through the water for part of the distance. Okay, well, we'll let the fast people do this. That's a safe battle. Oh, I forgot to cast Rebels of Carnage. Oh well. We'll do it next time. Did get a Nightmare mount. I think those are cool. Probably one of the coolest looking mounts. That might look cool on my Death Knight, although he is... The fact that he's on a flying mount right now has actually been extremely helpful. I think I'm going to keep the flying mounts. Oh hey, I did get resistance gear that I probably need to put on someone. Maybe the Death Knight, actually. Him or her. You know what, we'll give it to you for now. Eventually, I'm going to get her fast boots, though. Yeah, we'll give it to the Death Knight for now. He's currently seeing more action anyway. Leggings, confirm. Close. Now, my hope is that I can finish the siege and then get back through the teleporter and just warp back up here and go deal with Logar. But to do that, I'm going to need more troops. I could pull these guys up to assist in the north if I need to. They won't really help up there right now, and it's a bit of a liability taking them through the teleporter alone. So I'm going to be patient with them for now. I don't want to move these guys. Oh wait, no, they're trapped. They're trapped because of the siege. Okay, so I'm safe to move this archer up as far as he can go. I'm going to keep building units out here. Whenever I do get that mage back, he's going to have a heck of an army. Let's see. What do I need mostly? I've got quite a few Leech Guards in these groups. Maybe another Knight. You know what? Another Leech Guard. I think. I've only got 3 plus the Defender. I would like to have another one. Could get a mana obelisk out here. That would help because we're kind of starting to hemorrhage mana a bit. So I'm gonna do that. I want to try to keep that under control because I need to be able to cast my spells. I did get a little more here, but I'm about to build a Spelljammer in the capital, which is going to cost mana for turn 10 of it. But I think it needs to be done. Yeah, and the spot, I still want to put it here. I need to try to get those up in all of my cities, but it is going to be a substantial amount of more mana investment. This guy is just all over me all of a sudden. They're coming in like waves, one after the other. Alright, well, we're going to move this army back as far as they can go, and then we'll figure out where everyone else can reach. But I think this should all be roads going through here, so... Yep, looks good for now. Nebular Sanctum can get another Forester. I guess that helps somewhat. They're getting close to finishing their tavern, which is good. Do I want more troops here? What I want and what I can have are two very different things. Okay, we finished Duststorm. We finally get to our tier 3 tomes here. So, let's look at the library. Now, I am going to actually pull up on my phone to just make double sure I don't make a mistake, but I already have this build all planned out. And it is, yep, that's what I thought. So the next step that we want is the Tome of Geomancy. Down here. This is going to give us access to our major race transformation, which is geomantic crystallization, turning our units into elementals, giving them resistance and or damage based on the terrain they're on. It also gives us access to a good battle mage unit that we don't otherwise have. And resonant blades, summon elemental, hall of geomantic resonance, all very good stuff. Summon elemental I probably won't use much, but geomantic crystallization is very, very powerful, and I want to get that online as quickly as possible. Especially because we'll be kind of following the Materium line down and ending with Tome of the Creator for this build, for Shaper's Touch, which gives our units natural generation, 10 hit points, and 2 lightning resistance. All very, very nice, but it all starts with the Tome of Geomancy, so that's our next pick. This also gives me a little bit of Astral Affinity income, which is nice.
Geomancy taps into the Earth's
now the
purest
units that are the
arcane
things that
connection.
pop up here should include geomantic
Plant
crystallization.
your
I think
feet
that
to feel
always
the
shows up
invisible
first,
ley lines
and I do want
and
that.
connect.
So I'm going to take that. As for the other thing, I might want resonant blades. I'm going to be fighting a lot on volcanic ashlands. The negative status effect that applies should be burning, which gives my melee attackers a chance to inflict burning. Very useful. I may want to lock that. Yeah, I know mana's a little bit at a premium right now. The other option is going with the Geomancers and locking them in, but I don't see myself building a lot of those just yet because of how little gold I have. So I think I'm going to stick with Resonant Blades. Now, to be fair, I am losing mana. So my mana economy is something that I have to start worrying about now. I do have a surplus built up, but that's not going to last forever. I do get Rebels of Carnage here. But I can't use it on this turn. I forgot to cast that on Hephaestus. I'll just hang on to it for now. I do have multiple hero remains that can be sold, and they're getting progressively more valuable. What I really, really wish I had is a little shadow magic to get this. Because I'd be rolling in knowledge right now if that was the case, but I just don't quite have that. We'll let that tavern finish normally. Tridale can finish the town hall normally, I think. Since they're busy sieging the teleporter. Spelljammer will complete normally. I'm not going to sell any heroes to build more units anywhere right now. I do technically have enough now to field 2 full armies in 2 different locations. Because I have this extra stack here. And I've got some units defending Obsidian Forge. So once my guys are done here, I may be able to make a push against Logar and that city-state up there that's still holding my mage hostage. I might be able to make a push up there. I still can't believe that here we are on turn 64 and we're still paying the repercussions for that one constrictor pulling that mage up onto the wall. Like, that's maybe the single most consequential move I've ever seen a single unit do in this game. It just changed everything. It's like that butterfly effect thing where, you know, just one little decision and the game is so much harder because of it. Domain invaded, infestation, sending more forces. That looks like it might be an Umbral thing. That's annoying. Wait, where was that? Is it the only area I can kind of see, maybe? Oh gosh, I don't know which one it was. I think maybe that one. So they might show up near Salazdom. I should have paid more attention to what the closest Umbral portal was to that. And they're sending a war party. Okay, well, you know what, everyone? You're sending a war party. Wonderful. Everyone just pile on board. Okay. Next turn. There's not really anything else I can do here. At least they're stuck sieging that for 2 turns. I don't think these... Oh, they can try to siege my city. Maybe I should have hurried production. Sold the heroes and hurried production of that town hall. Because that might get interrupted now. I didn't see these guys. I knew they were going to stay up here at the teleporter, but I didn't see these guys here. Yeah, they probably will, because they can't actually go pillage anything else. They can't get in the lava, most likely. It doesn't look like they can. Dang it, I'm gonna feel dumb, because I could have sold the heroes and finished that off, and now I'm probably gonna have to restart it. Unless they try to run down here. There's a possibility they try to run and siege the farm, but I just think it's unlikely. Holy crap! Yellow's here in force. Jeez! Guys, chill! Chill! Please! Holy smokes! I guess I haven't seen anything from them yet, so their units are fresh. Well, we are absolutely going to cast whatever that spell was, Revels of Carnage, on this turn, because I'm about to get loads of XP, which is good. Hephaestus needs it. And all those heroes in there, well, actually, there's really not that many. In fact, there's only 2. In all of that, there's only 2 heroes. Huh. Well, what I can do is the standard practice of attacking the weak stack. So, at least I get to outnumber them. What are these guys' thing? The Veil Striders. They are Scions of Evil, Imperialists. Empowered by magic, arcane focus, so they're casters. Casters who level up quickly. Ugh, there's a Fire Templar in the mix already. Don't like that. My knights don't like that either. Speaking of knights, did I level up that other one? No, he's still gold rank. That's kind of annoying, but alright. So, we know... Oh, wait, Logard is going after... Oh, I don't like that. Logard's going straight after Kingerhelm. Which I was planning on putting a Spelljammer in. I think I'm still going to do that. If I do farm... Yeah, for now I'll just make that a farm up there, because I still want to put a Spelljammer up there. Frick. Okay, he's pillaging the farm instead of the teleporter, which might be a mistake on his part. That means Kingerhelm, I think, will finish the mana obelisk, but I might hurry the production just to make sure that it does, and then put it on merchandise, which will get me some mana income back. I can't get the Spelljammer, though, like I wanted. Unless I'm willing to spend a lot of gold. Well, you know what, though? This turn I'm probably going to end up getting a lot of gold just because of the massive battle that I have to do out here. Which should be maybe not as hard as it looks, just because they made a mistake in how they position that stack. So I think I can actually manage this okay. We do want to make sure to cast Rebels of Carnage. In fact, I think it's well worth casting it on both Hephaestus' army and probably this mage's army, because he's got that knight guy that can level up, not to mention the mage himself. So we're gonna splurge on the mana a little bit here. Also, I just noticed something. I am researching resonant blades instead of geomantic crystallization. I meant to lock that and then research this, and lock this, which costs more mana. And that's probably about all the discretionary mana spending I can afford. But I need geomantic crystallization first, not resonant blades. Now that I've got Rebels of Carnage on the two important armies, let's go get some XP. I think I should be able to handle this. Yep, that is definitely just a one stack. Everything here is about to die.
Hey.
It says low risk battle. I feel like I've got this in the bag. I'm gonna try it without spells. So I'm trying to save that mana and hang on. I think that was pretty good. Liege Guard took maybe more damage than I would have liked there, but my knight promoted. I'm good with that. Melancholic Scorcher, a polearm, a tier 3 polearm, and a tier 3 armor item. Okay, I know that one stays on Hephaestus. He's got that armor for the rest of the game. This guy could... Or a tier 4 armor item. That's 10 hit points, 2 status resistance, 1 defense. I think I like status resistance generally better than defense in most cases. This would be very good for him, for my Death Knight. I'm going to switch that out with the Death Knight's armor. That's pretty good. And then as for her, I've already got a tier 4 polearm for her. Good news is Hephaestus leveled up. We can get that Grim Executioner, which means that as soon as he kills somebody, he's doing guaranteed critical hits, which is pretty huge. And then he's at level 11. At level 12, we get something very nice as well. For now, let's get him that so he can get that fortune train going for guaranteed crits. It's a little overkill at the moment, but I'm going to forge a different axe for him later that doesn't have the 10% crit chance bonus and instead focuses more on the crit damage and other effects. So in the long run, I am going to need that. And having guaranteed crits is nice. Just got to kill something first. Alright, let's see. We still got all that bonus XP. Oh, that took out that army there. Okay. Well, then I guess the next one I attack doesn't really matter. I'm gonna hit these guys for another low-risk battle, although this one is looking a little scarier. Even despite the fact that there are no heroes. Actually, hang on. Did my mage level up too? No, not mage, Death Knight. He did not. Okay. Well, he probably will after this. I will allow the auto to use spells here, because I almost certainly would have to use spells. So, if we can just get the healers to keep some of my units alive. Pretty beat up, not gonna lie, it hurts a little, but I think I'm still okay with that. Because I don't know that I would have done a whole lot better. I'm gonna have to take that outpost back on the next turn. These guys are coming up to try to fight me. Okay, Death Knight did level up. I'm gonna get him Dark Ritual, which I feel like could come in handy. Yeah, let's do that. More just summons to get in the way of stuff, I think is probably a good thing. How's Hephaestus' level looking? Because I could really use another one for him, but he's not going to get it here. His next level up is honestly huge. I don't want to spoil it, though. I'll make you wait to see. Okay, well, let's take this group out. This should be a no spells needed kind of fight. But the enemy might throw spells at me, which could cause problems. I shouldn't lose anything here. Yeah, we're not throwing away at night. Nope. Gosh, I need a ritualist out here. That's the next hero I want, is a ritualist hero, for sure. Because I need AoE healing in Hephaestus' crew. I'm going to heal anyone who is near death, first and foremost. And I'm not going to warding bond him with anyone, or Liege Guard ward or whatever with anyone, because I feel like he's going to die, or the Liege Guards will die if I do. So you can go here, you can go here, heal him up. Just got to be careful with who we put on the front line here and try to protect the more vulnerable units with, like, see, Hephaestus is going to be able to smash his way through most of this by himself, I think. I might go ahead and link this Liege Guard to Hephaestus. But aside from that, I'm going to play pretty careful with them. And I know there's a knight in the middle that's pretty beat up. Or I guess it's that guy. I need to be careful with him. Alright, we'll see what they do. I guess this is a good enough formation as any. They don't cast any spells, but that's the first round of combat, so that's actually to be expected. Now, if I can soften them up, Hephaestus could go in there and get potentially a couple kills. What AoEs do I have access to that can reach? Because this guy can't reach anybody yet. Or do I even need to worry about that? I could just let them come to me. They're all melee. I think that's actually probably a better idea. Unfortunately, it couldn't trigger any burning on him. I'm gonna let them come to me. We'll let the Death Knight actually take some hits, and we'll try to lure as many with this thing as I can. In fact, I'm gonna send this thing forward and just be a nuisance. They'll probably go after him. This guy might go after Hephaestus. If he does, Hephaestus will retaliate and he'll hit him a lot harder than he hits me. So I'm okay with that. I'll kind of make a line just out of their range over here, move the mage forward as much as I can. And this guy, thinking about backing this guy off, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna have him stand in the back. He's pretty beat up. Let's try to get the healthiest units towards the front, which isn't very many of them, to be honest. And I don't know what kind of spells this guy's packing, so I'm gonna try to play a little careful here. And I'll end the turn. Okay, AoE condemned. That's not too bad, because it doesn't do a lot of base damage. And status effects aren't exactly what worries me about the current fight here. Nice. Okay. I can mess some stuff up here. Just need to free up Hephaestus. He's got his heal back, so that's good. Now, where can I do the most damage? Actually, to those shield guys right in the front would be a pretty good spot. The problem is that guy is... Does Slippery allow me to ignore zone of control? It does not. So I need him to be dead, and I don't think that I can make him be dead. But I do kind of need Hephaestus' assistance down here, so I might pull him away, actually. Or... there is another option. It depends on what abducting... Or, no, not Duststorm. It depends on what abducting Cyclone does. It does pull the pikeman. That is what I wanted here. So what I can do is I can pull this pike here. Not only does that stun him, but it gives me a route to get in a good spot for Hephaestus to dish out a lot of damage. I can then focus on... Let's see, how much damage am I going to do to him? A lot is the answer. I can also set all three of these guys on fire. I should probably do that to soften everybody up in general. The thing is, Hephaestus only really... This is best if Hephaestus can kill both of them in one shot and then move to hit somebody else. But it's good if he can kill one of them at least and then finish the other off. I think I want to soften him up. Is that a guaranteed kill yet? It is not a guaranteed kill, but it is on the other guy. I think I want to make it a guaranteed kill. Oh, it is a guaranteed kill. Okay, because it's a flank. So there's a double kill here. And then I can move and still hit this guy. And this might kill him if it's... it's just not quite enough. Okay. Well, we were close. That's fine. And then all I gotta do is worry about this other shield guy here, which is being a little nuisance. I think we can just whittle him down. You've got your heal, so use it on that guy, and then you use the extra health to soften him up. He's got a lot of bolstered defense crap going on. I can also, which might be fun, raise the undead, or do the mass undead raise here, which gets me a whole bunch of zombies. That's fun. And then I can get that knight. Okay, that's a nice healthy knight. He can go back and basically take that guy out of commission. At this point, they're running out of options. You can move this guy here for a guaranteed hit. These guys can stay back. I'll just have them huddle around each other with their little defensive shields. And then this guy can heal somebody. I don't know who to heal, but I guess I'll go drop it on this guy. Don't really have anything else to do. And he can freely hit that unit, but he can't really damage it very much, so I'm gonna just let him... Oh, he's running. I can't say I blame him. Nope, you don't get to leave. Okay, yep, no casualties needed for that fight, but my gosh, am I injured. I need to kind of just... I'm sort of at a point where I'm almost just hoping that the enemy doesn't send another giant army down, because that could really goof me up if they do. I was... this guy stepped on the... I didn't realize that was a mountain that they were stepping on. I might have used the flying guy to do that, because now that slowed everybody down. I need to go step on the outpost. I think that's what I gotta do. Just to stop them from taking that. Yeah, I'll do that for now.
Hey.
In fact, I don't really need everybody to go step on it. I just need one person. So like you, just go take it back. Oh good, that does give me some defense. I am going to take this opportunity to heal. These guys came after me. They didn't go after the town hall upgrade, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and hurry production on that, probably. Because I don't want those guys to finish the teleporter and then reach the city and start sieging it. So I'm going to take the production and hurry it there, which I don't know if that was the right call, but that way they can go back to producing until they grow again to get another farm for the tavern. They can go back to producing the merchandise, and I don't have to worry about the city getting sieged by something in production getting interrupted. So I think that's what I want to do. There is another option where I spend Imperium to get another farm and then go ahead and I don't know. I think I don't know if I want to spend more Imperium on that right now. I feel like I'm spending a lot of it. Let's get you with them at least. And you, for that matter. You can catch up now. Would be nice if I could clear some of those mountains and make a road through there, but I need Tome of Terramancy for that. I think I need to maybe... I'm not sure if they're going to attack the city, because they have two armies there. If they attack the city on the next turn before I have a chance to finish this stuff, that could be a problem. So I'm gonna finish these both, and then just leave the city on produce merchandise and produce rations. Get out of there, man. You can't fight that by yourself. I was so excited to get these teleporters up, but the enemies are just preventing me from really utilizing them to any reasonable extent. This city could benefit from a bathhouse to keep the happiness up. I think I'm going to try to get that. I have the money for it. And I think Hephaestus' army needs to go about as far this way as they can. Those guys can't reach me, But I do need to start making my way back down there to continue to deal with the constant threats. So let's do that. Probably leading with this guy's army and the knight. Followed up by them. Followed up by Hephaestus. Although I do want that knight in Hephaestus's army. So I'm going to switch some stuff around here. There we go. I think that looks good for now. We're getting some better units at least. Obsidian Forge is doing what it needs to do with the Spelljammer. I think they're fine. Yeah, I'm going to save my money. I'm not going to hurry that. That city's good. Outpost produced. Outpost is saved. I could start repairing the teleporter ruins out there. I need to. I need teleporter options. Eventually, I'm going to get this crap under control. I do have a couple more heroes in my crypt. Maybe it would be worth selling one to just finish the Spelljammer. Because that's probably very important for my capital. I can't afford to send an army out there to clear an infestation right now, and I'm not sure if those guys could by themselves. And I want to work on a second teleporter out here. How much would it cost to hurry that? 102? I'll wait. We're gonna need money for something else eventually. Money's so tight, so... Okay, and we can't produce anything in Kingerhelm, which puts us at the end of the turn. I am not going to cast Revels of Carnage again right now. I got quite a bit out of it there, but... and actually, he's still got it active for a couple turns now, so... Yeah, for 3 turns, both of those armies are getting tons of XP, so I think I'm happy with that for now. I think this is going to be where I wrap it up, guys. I hope that... I don't feel like I made a whole lot of progress in this episode. I was hoping to siege up north, but I just got bogged down with all the stuff around Nebular Sanctum. But I think we've pretty much taken out everyone's first wave, except for Arvik. We need to finish off over here. So things are going well. Hephaestus is probably fine, as long as they don't throw like a whole ton more stacks down at me all of a sudden right now. But I think I've thinned them out enough that that probably won't happen. Fingers crossed. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode regardless. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys all have a good week. I will see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Dawson Horner, Devin Larson, Jimbro, Roderick, and Sarah Feingold. Thanks so much, everybody.